Have you ever wondered why we share our homes with dogs but not wolves? Or why we can pet a cat but wouldn't dare approach a tiger? The answer lies in the fascinating process of domestication, a journey that has transformed wild animals into beloved companions over thousands of years. This difference is not just skin deep. It goes beyond simple training or upbringing. It's about fundamental changes in behavior, instincts, and even physical traits that make domestic animals uniquely suited to live alongside humans. Understanding these differences is crucial not just for satisfying curiosity, but also for ensuring the well-being of both wild and domestic animals. It's about respecting the nature of each and appreciating the special bond we share with those we've welcomed into our homes. In this exploration of wild versus domestic, we'll uncover the truth behind our pets, delving into the science and ethics of our relationship with the animal kingdom. Join us as we unravel the mysteries of domestication and discover why a dog truly is man's best friend, while a wolf remains a creature of the wild. Domestication isn't simply about teaching a wild animal tricks or keeping it in a cage. It's a complex evolutionary process that unfolds over generations, driven by selective breeding and natural selection. Imagine early humans, thousands of years ago, noticing tamer wolves scavenging near their settlements. These wolves, less fearful of humans, likely had better access to food scraps. They reproduced, passing down their tamer traits to their offspring. Over time, humans began intentionally breeding these tamer wolves, selecting for desirable characteristics like a gentler disposition and smaller size. This careful breeding, combined with the pressures of living alongside humans, led to profound changes in the wolves' genes. These changes didn't just affect their behavior, but also their physical appearance. For instance, domesticated dogs developed floppy ears and wagging tails, traits rarely seen in their wild wolf ancestors. Domestication, therefore, is a two-way street. It's a partnership between humans and animals, where both species evolve and adapt to each other's presence. It's a testament to the incredible plasticity of life and the enduring bond that can form between humans and the animal kingdom. One of the most significant outcomes of domestication is the profound change in an animal's behavior, shaping not only how they interact with humans, but also how they perceive the world around them. Domestic animals are wired differently than their wild counterparts, both in their brains and in their daily habits. Over generations, they've evolved to trust humans, thrive in human environments, and form strong social bonds with people. Take dogs, for example, who have become experts at reading our cues and fitting into our lives. Domesticated from wolves, dogs have lost much of their predatory instincts and instead crave human companionship, preferring a cozy home to the wild hunt. They've developed complex social skills, understanding human gestures, facial expressions, and even emotions in ways that their wild ancestors never could. This unique bond allows them to communicate and cooperate with us on a deep level. Cats, domesticated from wild cats, still retain some independence and solitary behaviors, often enjoying time alone or gazing out the window, reminiscent of their wild roots. However, they've also adapted to live in close proximity to humans, developing behaviors like purring, kneading, and rubbing against legs as a way to communicate affection and bond with their human families. Wild animals, on the other hand, retain their natural instincts for survival in the wild, relying on keen senses, caution, and self-reliance to find food and avoid danger. They're wary of humans, often viewing us as threats to be avoided, and their behaviors are shaped by the constant need to stay alert and safe. Unlike domesticated animals, wild creatures haven't undergone the same genetic and behavioral changes, so forcing them into a domestic setting can lead to stress, anxiety, and even aggression, as their needs and instincts are not met. Understanding this fundamental difference in behavior is crucial for responsible animal ownership. It helps us provide the right environment, care, and respect for each animal's unique needs. It highlights why a domesticated dog can be a beloved family member, eager to please and be part of the household, while a wolf, even if raised from a pup, will always be a wild animal at heart, guided by instincts that can't be erased by human love alone. So, it's important to distinguish between taming and training, especially when we're talking about wild animals. These two concepts might sound similar, but they actually refer to very different processes, each with its own implications for safety and animal welfare. Taming is basically the process of reducing an individual animal's fear and aggression towards humans. It's about making a wild animal more comfortable in the presence of people, so it doesn't immediately see us as a threat. Usually, this is achieved through close contact from a young age and, using positive reinforcement. Hand-rearing, gentle handling, and consistent exposure to humans are all common methods. Over time, the animal may become less reactive, but it's important to remember that this doesn't erase its natural instincts. Training, on the other hand, is about teaching an animal specific behaviors or commands. This can range from simple tricks, like sitting or staying, to more complex tasks, such as assisting people with disabilities or performing in shows. It really focuses on shaping an animal's actions through repetition and rewards, building on their natural instincts and learning abilities. Training can help animals and humans communicate better, but it doesn't necessarily make an animal safe or predictable. Now, while both domesticated and wild animals can be tamed and trained to some extent, the crucial difference lies in predictability and safety. Domestication is a process that takes thousands of years, shaping animals to live alongside humans. Domesticated animals, thanks to their genetic predisposition towards humans, are generally more predictable and, honestly, safer to be around. Their behavior is shaped by generations of selective breeding, making them more suited to life with people. Wild animals, even if tamed, still hold on to their wild instincts. No matter how much time they spend with humans, their natural behaviors and reactions remain just beneath the surface. These instincts can suddenly resurface, especially if the animal is stressed. Loud noises, unfamiliar people, or even a sudden movement can trigger a defensive or aggressive response. A seemingly tame wild animal can react unpredictably, which poses a risk to humans and other animals. Even experienced handlers can be caught off guard by a sudden change in behavior. This unpredictability is exactly why keeping wild animals as pets is often dangerous and, frankly, irresponsible. Many incidents have shown that even well-meaning owners can't always prevent accidents or injuries. It's not about blaming the animal, it's about respecting their inherent nature and understanding the real limitations of taming a wild spirit. True respect means allowing wild animals to remain wild, appreciating them from a safe distance, and recognizing that their place is in their natural habitat, not our homes. Our homes are really designed for human comfort, not necessarily for the needs of wild animals. The furniture, the temperature, the lighting, everything is tailored to suit us, and maybe our pets, but not the creatures that belong in the wild. Domesticated animals have adapted over thousands of years to thrive in these environments. learning to coexist with humans and even depend on us for food, shelter, and companionship. But for wild animals, a human dwelling can actually be a source of stress and deprivation, stripping them of the freedom and stimulation they need to stay healthy. Dogs, for instance, just love the comforts of a cozy bed and regular meals. They've evolved to find security and happiness in our homes, enjoying the predictability and safety that comes with being part of a human family. Cats find endless entertainment batting at toys and lounging in those warm sunbeams that pour through our windows. Their playful antics and love for cozy spots show just how well they've adjusted to indoor life. These domesticated companions have really adapted to the rhythms of human life, finding contentment within the confines of our homes. They seek out our company, respond to our routines, and even communicate their needs in ways we understand. Wild animals, though, require vast territories, specific diets, and complex social structures that are just impossible to replicate in a typical household. Their instincts and behaviors are shaped by the wild, not by the walls of a living room. A tiger pacing in a cage is a stark reminder of the animal's confinement and frustration. No matter how well-intentioned, a cage can never replace the freedom of the jungle or the thrill of the hunt. Imagine a bird, born to soar through the sky, being confined to a small cage. Its wings, meant for flight, are now limited to a few flaps in a cramped space, leading to boredom and distress. Or a reptile, accustomed to basking under the sun, living under artificial lights. Even with the best equipment, it's nearly impossible to mimic the natural cycles and variety of the outdoors. These examples really highlight the ethical concerns of keeping wild animals in captivity, depriving them of the space, enrichment, and social interactions they need to thrive. Their mental and physical health can suffer greatly in such restricted environments. Choosing to share our homes with a pet is a wonderful decision, but it's crucial to choose a domesticated animal whose needs we can actually meet. This ensures both the animal's well-being and a harmonious relationship for everyone involved. It's all about providing a loving and enriching environment where our animal companions can truly feel at home. When we respect their needs and choose wisely, we create a space where both humans and animals can flourish together.